impact of the looting of Kemetic, ancient Egyptian culture by Europeans has had a profound and complex effect on the identity and sense of history for many African Americans. Here's how it has distorted perceptions: loss of a powerful ancestral connection, stolen history. The theft of artifacts and knowledge from ancient Egypt has resulted in a disconnect between African Americans and their potential heritage. This creates a void in their understanding of their ancestral lineage and connection to a powerful and sophisticated civilization. Suppression of cultural identity. The European narrative of Egyptian history often erased the African origins of its people and culture, leading to a distorted view of their own history. This suppression of African contributions has contributed to the devaluation of African heritage. Out of Africa, myth and negation of African ancestry, Eurocentric perspective. The dominant out of Africa theory, while scientifically valid, has often been used to minimize the significance of African contributions to civilization. This narrative often focuses on the spread of humanity from Africa to other parts of the world, with less emphasis on the continuous development of African civilizations, reinforcing the savage vs. civilized narrative. The emphasis on the out of Africa theory, coupled with the suppression of African achievements, often reinforces the narrative of Africa as a place of primitivism in contrast to the civilized West. Search for identity and belonging. A sense of loss and dislocation, the lack of a clear ancestral connection, can lead to a sense of loss and disorientation for African Americans. They may feel disconnected from their heritage and struggle to understand their place in the world. The search for roots. This loss has driven many African Americans to search for their roots and reclaim their heritage. It has led to an increased interest in African history, culture, and spiritual traditions. Reclaiming the narrative, reframing the story. Process of reclaiming African history and culture is crucial for African Americans to rewrite the narrative and establish their own identity. This involves studying ancient African civilizations, understanding the impact of colonialism, and celebrating the richness of African traditions. Redefining identity. This reclamation process allows African Americans to redefine their identity beyond the limitations imposed by historical narratives. Let's do this. They can embrace diversity of African cultures and connect to heritage on their own terms. The importance of understanding the impact. The looting of Kemetic culture is not just a historical event, but a continuing process that influences modern-day perceptions. Understanding its impact is crucial for promoting a more accurate and inclusive understanding of African history and heritage. This allows African Americans to embrace their true ancestry and build a stronger sense of identity and belonging. This distortion extends beyond just the loss of tangible artifacts. The systematic erasure of African contributions from endemic narratives and popular culture has led to a pervasive disconnect between African Americans and their potential lineage. Let's do this. This creates a cultural void that leaves many feeling estranged from their own history and struggling to fully understand their place in the world. However, the ongoing struggle for reclamation and the tireless efforts to rewrite the narrative represent a powerful counterforce. By embracing their African heritage and actively seeking to understand their ancestral roots, African Americans are forging a path toward a more accurate and empowering understanding of their true identity. This process of reclaiming their history is essential not just for individual self-discovery, but also for building a more inclusive and equitable society for all. This has been a Sharri Plaza presentation.